I guess you all know that John Lennon, together with the three other fellows named McCartney and Harrison and Starr, were responsible for becoming, I guess, the most written about, most listened to, most imitated musical group of the 60s. And for about 8 years, they were leaders in the musical world. And not only that, but it probably affected what a decade of young people looked like and thought about and dreamed of. And they achieved the absolute pinnacles of success. They were even honored by the Queen, an honor which they eventually returned, I believe. I'm sure it doesn't come as a surprise to anyone that the Beatles are no longer together. In recent months, John Lennon John has sort of surfaced in the underground press, where he gave a long interview in Rolling Stone magazine, in which he talked with a great deal of candor and some bitterness, I suppose, about the old days. And his wife, Yoko Ono, is maybe one of the most controversial ladies since the Duchess of Windsor. Wally Simpson kept the Duke from becoming the king. Tonight they are, however, quite above ground, and I'm very pleased to welcome them here. Will you welcome, please, John Ono Lennon and Yoko Ono Lennon. How are you?
Nervous, but okay, thank you.
Are you really?
Yes.
Now,
you?
is that a little bit?
Yeah.
But it isn't as if we've never met, because we did meet once.
We did meet in a dingy hotel room.
Right. So you're Jack Lemmon.
Yes. And you're Fred Astaire. Or is it Orson Welles?
I'm not Fred Astaire. You like being over here, I gather. I've had some English guests on. What do you think of yourself as English? First of all, let's establish that.
Well, sometimes, I mean, if you ask talking about being over here or being over there, then I think, well, I'm from over there, you know.
Yeah.
But I normally think in terms of, I think in cliques and things like other people, like musicians and or long hairs and or under 30, over 30, etc., etc. And being married to a Hawaiian, it makes you sort of more international, you know? Sorry about that.
Must be a mistake in my notes.
Well, people think of us as, especially in England, not so much here, we get a bit more respect in America as artists, but back home, I think it's the case for all artists, back home it's a bit like, I'm the man that won the pools and lucky guy who had a spot of luck and married a Hawaiian actress, you know, and which isn't true, really. Do you get it?
I'm from Japan and he's from England, so somehow we found out that we're sort of passionately patriotic sometimes, you know, and we get, well, no, I mean, that's Japanese made, or no, I mean, you know, English are the first ones to do this.
I mean, we invented radar and penicillin, you know. But it's a fan turning into a hard hat, you see, when we start discussing, you know, well, we're both islands and we're both little and we both did this and we both did that. And then we find ourselves turning quite fascist discussing it.
You do.
Made in Hong Kong and all that.
Yeah. And you do jokes with each other, and you kid her about...
Always laughing, Dick.
Are you? You ever go in and laugh?
After this...
I mean, would you stoop to, you know, Pearl Harbor jokes? And that kind of thing?
I do all that. Yeah. I saw speak English, English pig.
There's a kabuki thing.
Oh yeah, there's a kabuki theatre in Japan, and they have a massive stage, and on stage they have the musicians with them, and all the men play the parts, you see, and all the men play the women's part. They go, so that's kabuki, you see. I learned it after only one sitting.
It's very good.
Even Japanese,
you know what it is?
They start to laugh when he does that, because it really is Japanese when he does that. I mean, kabuki, you know.
Only our hip nips will notice how funny it is, actually.
There are two of them in Utah breaking up right now.
And I've seen one on TV with yellow glasses, and he calls himself the hip nip. And he pretended to be Italian in the war, I remember.
Is Mr. Lennon putting me on?
I don't know.
Ito-san ni min kayo shita desu ka?
Was sind die 3 besten Dinge von der ganzen Welt?
Yo hablo poquito español.
¿Qué pasa?
Whose move is it? We have a brief message of interest from people of various creeds and colors, and we will return.